The top 10 tactics for Rainbow Six Siege are coming right up. Let's hit 150 likes. Drop a like by clicking that thumbs up right below this video. If you're new, join the fam, subscribe, and get notified so you never miss an amazing video like this. Tactic number 10. Take it slow. When playing Call of Duty, you want to get in there and get the kills. Well, Rainbow Six Siege is teamwork and objective based. So think with your head. Go slow and methodical and win. Tactic number 9. Think outside the box. When playing Rainbow Six Siege, make sure you think outside the box. Reverse your roles. When on defense, well, what would you do as an attacker? And vice versa. When on attacking, where would you be on defense and how would you play? You need to have an open mind when playing Rainbow Six Siege. Tactic number 8. Drones, Recon, and drones. Do your recon. While you may think, I'll rush in and kill them, well, it sounds great until there's a Tachanka or 3 enemies waiting for you. And remember, Rainbow Six Siege is all about hardcore, baby. So a few shots and this lights out. In Siege, you just don't respawn. So you're going to be sitting there running support until the objective is completed or your team dies. But let's hope they complete the objective. So the extra few seconds using a drone or camera for recon, well, that could really save you from sitting out the rest of the game and could even get you those kills you're so eager for. Tactic number 7, lean. While using your sights is a great way to improve your accuracy, improving your kills, now that's the real importance. Make sure you're using your left and your right joysticks by clicking them in. Now that's separately, of course, depending on what side you need to lean. Lean on walls, shields, dead bodies, cars, sinks, counters, bombs, and yes, lean against even hostages. Lean on everything. Leaning allows you to look without moving your entire body. Heck, you can even take out the entire team on the plane as they're walking up the stairs. If you hide in this room and just kind of lean to the side, the only thing they can see is a little bit of your head and your gun. But realistically, the only thing they're gonna see is you killed them. Leaning allows you to look without moving your entire body. So when you're leaning, there's usually danger imminent or about to be imminent. So like before, take it slow and gradual. Tactic number 6, hold your position. Now, like with leaning, once you have the window, door, alley, hallway, or even the front door as the enemy's rushing in, make sure you hold that position. If you're the one watching it, the enemy has a greater chance on being shot. Well, because you have the eye on everything stationary, and when his head moves into the picture, it's lights out. So crack open a little hole and watch it and be able to hold your position. Tactic number 5, distractions. Distractions are one of the best tactics in Rainbow Six Siege. From piloting a drone to the other side of the room so the enemy will follow, giving you the perfect opening to eliminate him with multiple breaching charges in opposite sides of a room, are great examples of how you can dominate the battlefield using distractions. Tactic number 4, roaming. Being a good roamer is one of the keys to a successful and enjoyable time on Siege. Roaming happens on defense. You can either play upfront roaming or shadow roamer. I prefer shadow roamer, but let's cover them both. For both, you need to use your specialist ability before roaming so you can support your team, well, because you're going to be separated from your team. Roaming and roamers, you're not selfish. It's not about being selfish and trying to get the kills, although that's what should happen. Your goal of roaming is to be a distraction and to win. Even the odds a little by eliminating a few of the enemy players. Play upfront roaming by pushing mid. Don't push all the way to the front, well, because your fallback position to where the objective and teammates are will likely be blocked on the return to it. Play mid. Play a few rooms from the objective and let them know you're there. Most will be tactical when they see you and get cover and retreat to a tactical advantage before attacking you after the initial gunfight. Buy your team some time with suppressive fire. And remember, hold your position until it's time to retreat. In Rainbow Six Siege, you can actually hold a lot of enemies at bay just by using suppressive fire. But watch your ammo. Well, because it's limited. It's better to retreat a squad of enemies during suppressive fire because they will be taking cover, not seeing your escape. And if you have smoke, even better. Shadow Roamer is my favorite. As a Shadow Roamer, your job is to play to the very front of the map on defense. Now what I like to do is find a small room or closet that you can make a bunker out of. Reinforce the walls and put up a door if possible. Don't worry, even if an enemy bypasses the door, they will think it's there from the game, and they won't think you're inside. Unless you put up a castle door, in which, well, you're gonna die, so prepare for a support role. When you're shadow roaming, do not move. Do not move until the enemies are in front of you with their backs turned or somewhere else, but do not move while you're in there because any little sound, even you shuffling or moving, when you're laying down and you turn over, it sounds like paper being crumpled up. So remember, when you're shadow roaming and you're in that room, do not move. Do not move until they're engaged in a fight or past where you're at. This is when you want to get ready to shoot, because it's going to get hairy. And you better be good on your accuracy and quick aiming, not just with your rifle, but your pistol as well. You will probably be engaged with 2 or more operators, so be quick and get those kills. Because this is fast-paced and high action, you're probably not going to have time to reload, so make sure you switch to your pistol and get some of those headshots. As a roamer, make sure to retreat after the initial onslaught, which will make the chances of you winning in your favor, as the enemy team now will not know where to look. On my team, when I successfully eliminate a couple enemies, I'm communicating with my team so they know whether to come out or not. Whether to run across the room and create a distraction as bait so some guy across the hall will see him and run. And that gives me the perfect opportunity for a headshot. So if you attack a few enemies, well, they're not going to want to chase you, so that's the perfect time for your team to come out and slaughter them all. Tactic number 3, communication. You have a mic, use it. Siege is a tactical game. If your teammate doesn't know there's enemies near or where they are, he cannot attack them. So make sure you're using your left D-pad to mark those waypoints so he knows where it's at. If someone's coming in a window, don't say, hey, he's coming in over there. Mark it with a waypoint by using your left D-pad so that way your teammates know exactly where to look. When you say, hey, he's coming in over there, marked it with a waypoint. Well, then he knows that window with the waypoints where they're coming in. And then if you add a little more precise communication and say, he's on the left side of that door, halfway down where I tagged, man, that's awesome. Give your teammates a snapshot of what you've seen or what you're currently seeing, so that way you can have that tactical advantage in Siege. While in a game, make sure to use your mic for tactics, not the news. When you're trying to hear the enemy's footsteps, man, it really irritates you when someone in your game is playing music or rambling on. So use your prep period for that. Tactic number 2, accuracy. Without it, you're dead in the water. With it, you're godlike. Improving your accuracy is very simple in Rainbow Six Siege. First, go to your operator's loadouts for each operator and notice the spread pattern of each weapon. Now, it is hard to memorize the spread pattern for each operator and weapon. Obviously, there's going to be different depending on your operator's skill and the weapon. However, there is an easier way. Shoot low and in bursts. Call of Duty can be won with spray and pray easily. Siege cannot. Maybe once in a while you'll get a few kills, but for consistency, it doesn't work. I even love single and burst modes. Thatcher has a badass class with his assault rifle. 2-round burst, so it's accurate like single fire with 2 rounds instead of 1. Tactic number 1, and this is the most important tactic of Rainbow Six Siege. If you don't take anything from my tactics and from my top 10, please take this away and memorize this and preach it and tell everybody. Tactic number 1 is teamwork. Teamwork is the number 1 tactic for a reason. Now, while it covers a lot by itself, you need to have general teamwork. If you say, let's go left, and your team says, let's go right, well, go right. More is better than 1. If your teammate is down, revive him. If it's you versus 1, tip the odds in your favor by reviving your teammate. It's better have 2 than 1. I always suggest playing with the same team members as you start to pick on what each other will do before or as it's happening. You want to use teamwork, communication, and all the other tactics mentioned. Be smart and remember, this isn't Call of Duty. Guys, I'm Redneck. If you enjoyed this video, help me reach 150 likes and click that thumbs up below this video. And if you're new, go ahead and subscribe so that way you'll never miss an amazing video like this. Comment below on your best tactics for Rainbow Six Siege and your thoughts on this video. And until next time, peace.